are in fact honoured.
The Honourable Nanaia Mahuta.
Tēnā koe, tēnā koutou, tēnei e tāpiri atu āku mihi ki era I ruia mai I mui te aroro te parimata ki a koutou Ngāti Rere Ahu Maniapoto, a koutou hononga ki tū wharetoa Ngāti Raukawa, ka nui te mihi atu ki a koutou. Tēnei te honore ki a tui mui a koutou I tēnei wā, ki te tuku a mātou tautoko mō nā wawata I roto I te pire nei. Kia rātou I huru ki tū o te ārai, ki tērā o ngā kaumātua a Charlie, ka nui ngā mihi ki aia. Me rātou katoa e moi moi a tēnei wā. E whia ngā tau kua hipa kia tai atu ki tēnei rangi ki te tutuki e nei o ngā kaupapa. Ka nui e hariko ana te nākau ki tērā. Mr. Speaker, it gives me great pleasure to be able to join those speeches that have been already given in the House today to support the Maraeroa A and B Blocks Claim Settlement Bill and the Incorporation Bill. My only regret is that this wasn't done when I was their local member, but I am pleased that Minister Turia has been able to ensure that in her time this particular agreement has been reached. And I have no fear for the opportunities that lay ahead of Ngāti Rere Ahu, the descendants of Maraeroa A and B blocks, and what they will be able to create from this particular opportunity. I too am not going to go through the history of the bill, except to comment briefly that as these lands abut the Pureora, a hotly contested space between two wharetoa, Raukawa, Rere Ahu and Maniapoto, I think the far-reaching ambition of a settlement like this is what the economic opportunity could hold for certainly the descendants who will be benefiting from this particular bill. And economic development in this particular part of the country is no new thing. So I am ambitious for the aspirations of the descendants of this particular settlement to see that they will, from small things, great things will grow. And Minister Turia and Parekura Horomia pointed to the Pā Harakeke development, but really what the context of that development was really in the space of their tourism potential. If you could get people to come to New Zealand, albeit go to Auckland, we all know that they come to Waitomo. If they could travel through the beautiful Pureora on their way to Taupo o Rotorua, we're all winners. So I think if that, and on the way back through Maungatautari, now add. But this is kind of the broader regional tourism strategy that could be leveraged off a settlement like this with some of the developments that are currently happening in this particular area. Also, under the banner of Maraeroa, they've been no stranger to forging new opportunities and being a bit brave and taking risks in the space of new developments. And I'm pointing specifically to the ginseng initiative and looking for export markets in places such as China. So there will be a lot of leverage off this particular settlement. When is enough ever enough? One might say, on the matter of treaty settlements. And I would say from a historical perspective, probably no treaty settlement has been addressed fully from the level of historical hurt that has been caused. But I am under no cloud of a doubt that the opportunities going forward look bright. Mr. Speaker, this bill is being heard conjointly with the Incorporation Bill, which is a private bill. And the unique thing about that is that specific claimants are identified as beneficiaries of the particular agreements that have been reached here today. Now, again, I would add that in the day and age of comprehensive settlements, what Maraeroa have been able to achieve for their direct descendants, I think, is something of an ambition for many areas who feel themselves pulled and constrained by having to come together under a larger collective and comprehensive settlement. So where it is possible, I think the go-forward learning opportunity, and certainly Minister Finlayson, you've set the foundation for that, the go-forward opportunity, if it can be reached, where direct descendants can be compensated for a particular grievance, I think is a model that we should aspire to try and achieve, if for the very purpose is to ensure that the direct benefits go to those descendants. So within the context of the Maraeroa A and B blocks, there will be other comprehensive aspects to settlements around them, which no doubt they'll be involved with. But I want to say that the particular agreements around, say for example with the DOC, are to be supported. One of the names mentioned in this House often on this particular bill is recognition of Piripi Crown. He recently received a Queen's Honour, and we were very proud as a people to be able to support that honour, because he has made a huge contribution not only in the preservation of local knowledge and history and iwi knowledge and history in the wider Maraeroa area, but also in his tenacity to ensure that those values associated with the DOC estate can be shared for every New Zealander that has the good fortune to pass through the Maraeroa region. And he has added so much richness to our tribal knowledge and our historical knowledge of those DOC estates. So I'm only too pleased to see that that can continue. Minister, you made the comment that it is your great desire to see that the institutional learning and knowledge of treaty settlements can be carried forward. I too have the same expectation, because I think when we consider what happens beyond treaty settlements, it is that institutional knowledge that will make a difference. It's the devil of the detail is all in the eating and in the implementation. And what we do see at many times throughout this treaty settlement process in the post-settlement phase is a little bit of a lag time, because people change in the government sector, and then we have to retell their stories and try and redevelop new relationships. So it's my sincere hope, certainly from this side of the House, that we could work on strengthening our collective response to improving the ability for iwi to go forward, because I can see the scenario that where you have treaty settlement tribes who are looking forward to the future because they have settled the historical grievances of the past, that they are able to leverage from their treaty settlements in a way that government says, well, look, you're a treaty settlement tribe. If they've got a submission that goes to Ministry of Science and Innovation, to the Ministry of Education, they have a place of priority, because they've already gone down the path of resolving their historical grievances. They want to focus on the future for the benefit of their people. And certainly in regards to Maraeroa A and B, as I say, I have no hesitation about what the future holds here, as long as the leverage of their relationship can be realised through some very strong innovative projects in the space of tourism, in the space of innovation, and in the space of developing new export markets for economic potential. So with that brief contribution, Mr Speaker, I would like to commend the government for giving this a matter of urgency and priority. To the local member, Tariana Turia, thank you. Your commitment to Maraeroa and the wider Maraeroa region is acknowledged. To the Māori Affairs Select Committee, the advisors, and to the OTS officials who labour long and hard on behalf of the Crown, and I'm sure who endure many Panadols after each session that they have on the various treaty settlements that they work with, I want to commend you for your work on these two particular bills. Kia ora.
David Clendon.